Hey guys, Ryan here, coming at you with my first video in almost a month, I would say. It's just I've needed a break, and I've needed some time to myself, and I'll tell you why. And this video is going to be different from a lot of my other videos. Um, as you know, I do all movie-related videos, and I'm also a vlogger, so this is definitely going to fall under my vlogger category. Um, and so this video is different. I'm really going to get real with you. I'm going to get personal with you. And so if you're not into that kind of thing, you might as well just stop watching. But this is probably the most real and I will ever get on camera. And I'm doing that because I love you guys. And it's kind of, I want people to know my story and kind of feel like, maybe inspired by it. So I've needed a break over the past few weeks. To say that to say that certain aspects of my life have, how can I say that? How can I say that without sounding really depressing? Let's just go ahead and say this. Most of my life, due to the fact of certain situations that happened when I was younger, parents, ugly divorce, situations surrounding different things, and I held in a lot of anger and a lot of depression most of my life. And I was always a friendly, happy guy on the outside. On the inside, I was really depressed and angry for a long time. And as I got older, I started realizing that maybe this is an issue, but I never did anything about it. And it really took me getting married to really, take a step back and say, wow, there's so many things that I need to get a handle on myself. I need to, handle the depression, handle my anger. And I'm not like a physical person, angry wise, but, I'm known for my mouth pretty much if I get angry. And, there was a lot of other personal things going on that, regarding myself that I'm not going to get into that detail, but, let's just say that there was just some problems. And so, I started getting some help for that and started seeking counsel and started seeing different physicians and stuff. And I'm so anti medicine all the way. And so I started having medicine thrown at me for depression and all that stuff. And so that really was a lot of, probably my mid-teens onward, I was on medicine. But when I got married is when I started to have to take a step back and realize this is the right thing. So, I was on different medications, and they were all made me feel like a zombie, and none of them were working. And for years, I was on these medicines, and they weren't really working. But in the past, I'd say about 2 years ago, um, I kind of came out publicly with something that I dealt with personally, and that was major um, obsessive compulsive disorder to go along with it. Secretly, I was blistering my hands when I get stressed out because of washing them too much. Um, just stuff like that that go along with it. You guys don't need me to explain how it can be. Um, no, you do not always have to be a neat freak to have it. A lot of people mistake OCD with obsessive personality disorder, which is something that most people that are neat freaks and stuff, and people go, "Oh man, that person has OCD." Usually, that's what they suffer with. Is obsessive personality disorder, which is where you want, one of the meanings of it is you want everything perfect. That's just your personality. But obsessive compulsive disorder is brought on by thoughts and compulsive thinking. Um, you know, because of my anger and stuff, I felt like there was something wrong with me, and so I felt like I had to be clean, you know, in order to be to a certain level, and it became compulsive. That to go along with my depression and anger, and it was just awful. And eventually, that actually went away, and through counseling and stuff. And I could say I've been fine with that for the past 2 years. I have not maybe I actually need to wash my hands a little bit more. Let's just say that's how good I am with that. But my depression and my anger was still there, and it didn't really get in the way of anything in my life. And I would say probably a year and a half ago is when it started getting worse. I wasn't really happy with my job. I thought my life was going one way, and I realized that that's not what I wanted to do. And so I had to start thinking about what I really wanted to do in life. And I was just kind of at a crossroads, and I felt like I was train wrecked almost. Like this was what I wanted to do, and then when I finally stepped my foot into that, I realized this is not at all what I wanted to do. And I thought I wasted years of my life, wasted some school, um, college credits that went to waste and all this stuff. And I'm like, dang, man, like, what is going on? And, I started getting even more angry and depressed that my life sucks. I mean, really, that's how it was. And I just hated myself. I mean, it was awful. And the hatred of myself comes from other reasons I'm not going to talk about, just certain things. Maybe because of how I've acted. And, but, I finally realized that something was wrong. So I went to, through somebody I knew, I ended up going to an actual person who deals with people like me, and I found out, and I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which I've basically had for a long time, and I just never knew it. And that's why none of the medicines were working, because I was basically misdiagnosed. And so then got off medications, went on one medication instead of all the others, and it really helped. It really, really, really helped. And then I would say around Christmas time, I was like, well, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. Sorry if this is freezing up. My computer might be lagging a little bit, but so I started feeling like I was doing better and doing better, and so I just decided, stupidly, I went off of it, and I felt ashamed that I ever had to get on it, and then I started getting depressed again, so on and so forth. And this was about the turn of the year, and I was like, man, I don't like that. I'm just gonna deal with that without medicine or counseling or anything like that. And to say that it's been hard, not on my marriage. Well, it has, not because your spouse or your loved one can only try to make you happy so much, like take that burden so much, and to where it becomes like a stress. And so I started realizing that I need to be a man and get with it. And so I needed to take that first step because I was tired of stressing everybody out and stuff like that. So I just wouldn't take the first step. And it was around the same time that Silver Linings Playbook came out, in which you guys know it's about a guy who struggles with bipolar disorder. And the movie it blew me away. Literally, I'll admit I cried a lot during the movie because I saw so much of me in him. And, basically this movie had me made me walk away saying to myself, why do I need to be ashamed of this? Why do I need to be ashamed? It's a sickness like anybody else would have, and you could beat it. And so, I started taking my medicine again, and I told myself from this point on, I'm gonna go for victory. I'm gonna succeed, and I'm gonna beat this. After battling with it my whole life, I'm gonna beat it. And so around that time, one day I was like, you know what? I need people to, I need to have accountability. I need to be accountable and make people support me. So I opened up for the first time to my family about it, and some close friends here on YouTube about it. And so, with my close friends and family, I've been able to start that journey. And the people who have been there from the beginning when I first opened up, I got to give a special thanks to. And literally, these are people that, except one of them, these are people that I've talked to on a daily basis, that text me or call or something on a daily basis just to check up. And first one is Luke Ryan, Razor Raw Reviews. Me and him are like best friends. Met here on YouTube and pretty much are great friends. And the second one is Robbie Webster. He is somebody who I've known since I started YouTube, and literally him, Luke Ryan, and Razman's Reality have been my rocks of friends while I've been going through this, even more than friends that I have in my real life. And it's been amazing having people call you or text you every single day asking how you're doing, giving you inspiration and support. It's been amazing. Continued support. Marissa, Film Angel 11, also. I don't talk to her every day, but every few weeks or so, um, she'll ask, and I'll give her an update of how I'm doing. So those are the main people that have been my support through this, and I owe them so much. And I know they're probably gonna watch this video, so you guys don't. I mean, I can't even tell you in words how much you guys mean, and just thank you so much. And so, with their support, I still, I was like, it was Mental Health Awareness Month. I was very trying to be, spread the word, end the stigma. I became a part of that big movement when it was Mental Awareness Month or Mental Health Awareness Month, and I was all into it. But there was still a part of me on the inside that didn't completely accept that I had a problem, and I needed to get help, counseling wise, to help deal with some of this inner stuff and battle this stuff, and so I could, be happy and not angry all the time, and be content with things. And I met up with a guy, and it was an amazing first counseling session. It was amazing. This guy, he was like the best, and for some reason I just didn't make another appointment, and I was still depressed and all this stuff, and I kind of stopped. It's kind of like I guess you could say the honeymoon, or the feeling of happiness coming from the fact that I'm gonna try to succeed and all that kind of wore off a little bit. And recently, a few weeks ago, I just hit rock bottom to the point of like I was holding so much in. I have really bad anxiety anyways. I was literally living with panic attacks, to the point of constantly, to where I went to the doctor, I got blood work done, I got an EKG to make sure everything was okay. People who know me closely know I'm kind of a hypochondriac as well, so it was a rough ride, and I hit rock bottom with it about a month ago, around the time I made my last few videos, and finally I was like, man, this is incredibly hard. I felt like a failure. I was like, man, a few months before I said to everybody I was gonna beat this, I'm still struggling, and it's because I wasn't fully committed yet. It took me a while, and it's so funny because stuff, if you guys don't know, I'm, like, I love God. I'm a man of faith, and I feel like He always speaks to me through movies. That's how it's always been, and even if you guys, I'm sure there's people who are watching this video that don't believe in God, or anything at all. But sometimes you can watch something and you'll feel like your heart is like relating to that subject. Well, my personal belief has always been that that's kind of God putting that on my heart. And so I ended up watching Good Will Hunting for no reason other than the fact that um, I was really in a big Robin Williams phase, serious phase, and I was like, man, I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I started watching it. And to say that these two movies, and especially that one too, really spoke to me and blew me away, even though I had seen it before, but I had never related to it until then. In that way, I was sobbing at the end of that movie. It really motivated me, and so went back to counseling, and slowly all the results and all the panic attacks started to stop, and really within the past 3 or 4 days, I've been normal. Again, I kind of pulled out something in my back at work, so I've been in severe pain in my lower back and legs. I pulled a muscle, but other than that, I'm feeling so good. You know, had a counseling appointment last week, and I have more scheduled in the future, and it's just amazing working out all this stuff, and I'm feeling happy, and my home, like here at home, we're happy. We're not crying or doing all that stuff like how it was before. I'm not at rock bottom anymore. I don't hate my life. Um, I'm still trying to be content with certain things like my job and where my direct life is going. Sometimes I don't know what my next step is, but that's normal. It's all about taking that next step, and kind of like a leap of faith. And I've kind of left it up to that. And but the reason why I'm making this is because I want you guys to know that how much you guys mean to me. I want you guys to know if any of you suffer with the same stuff, I want you to know you're not alone. You could always ask me questions, get in contact with me via Facebook, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. And it's such a sad thing that for thousands of years, people that have had depression and stuff have been shunned from society because it's a real issue. It's a real scientific issue. Um, and I'm talking. I'm a person who was always anti-medicine. Somebody is acting up in school, the doctor will give them medicine for ADD when in reality they just need their parents to kick them in the butt. Basically, and they're just not motivated. I'm always against that kind of stuff. There's actual legitimate stuff that people need medicine for, and that's where the stigma came from. But it's time to end that, and that's my goal. And I'm not going to be talking about it a whole lot on my YouTube channel, but I will be sharing stuff on my Facebook page, and I just want you guys to know, to be aware. And if you know somebody that's dealing with the same thing, support them, motivate them, and just tell them that you care and that they're not alone. And so that is my journey over the past 6 months and really my whole life. And I just hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully some of you were touched by it or inspired by it. And but anyways, I got a lot of other cool videos lined up. Thinking about doing a Godzilla series. I love Godzilla, everything Godzilla. Maybe review a whole bunch of movies, talk about news in regards to the upcoming amazing looking 2014 Godzilla film, and got a lot of other cool stuff. I got one series that's already in production that I'm doing with somebody. I'm not naming any names. I'm not naming what it's about. And you're not going to know about it until you see a trailer, which could be from anywhere in the next few weeks or even 2 months. But a lot of cool videos lined up. I'm really going to try to dive back into YouTube again now that I'm finally starting to get motivated. And yeah, thank you guys for your continued support. Love you all. Remember, I haven't said this in a while. Maybe it's because I've been so negative about certain things, but remember, stay positive in every aspect of your life and what you do, because every single second matters, and one little negative thought can ruin your whole day. So try to latch on to something positive and get through the day, even if it's a rough day, especially if it's a rough day. But anyways, guys, this is Ryan here, coming at you with another video, or I came at you with another video, and I don't know why I said that. But anyways, guys, see you in the next video.